Hello, my lovely students, my lovely atoms. How you guys are doing? I hope all of you are doing absolutely awesome. My name is Anubha Gaur, your EG ma'am in front of you. And what are we going to do today? I know you guys are super excited because for ICSE 10th class students, Spring Text is going on, and Anubha ma'am and all the teachers of 19th chemistry, 19th English channel are taking all the possible sessions in such a way that your revision will be awesome and you'll do good. 90% above you can easily score if you follow all the videos, if you follow sprint text, one shot videos and everything. All right, so what I'm going to take today, study of acids, bases and salts, session number 2, means session number 1 of this is already over. So the part that we are going to discuss today will be what? Strength of acid and base, like pH and all. We'll talk about indicator part, pH and pH scale, and basically we'll talk about salts. We'll do a variety of questions from these topics so that each and every question you'll totally able to understand, and if come in exam in one or the other way you're like, yeah, you know that because this channel and Anubha ma'am already taught you everything regarding the same. So students, don't panic, we all are here for you, and still you can do it. Trust in yourself. Yes, so we'll start, but first of all let me just tell you the schedule of all the teachers, like all the sessions of sprint. Anubha ma'am is taking session at 6 p.m. and 2 day, then one day off, and then 2 day. And this is the way I'm taking all the sessions from 9th Feb to 27th Feb. I hope you're having the schedule already. In each and every PDF of the session, that's already included. All right, you can download the PDF from the description box. Your Ambika ma'am is going to take biology. I know you love her so much, and ma'am will take care of your biology portion. 6 p.m. from 8th Feb to 27th Feb. Then Anup sir will teach you physics from 8th Feb to 26th Feb every day. Almost every day, like some days are like off for sir also at 5 p.m. Maths by Gopal sir from 8th Feb to 26th Feb, yeah, and at 7 p.m. Ankana ma'am will teach you SST from 8th Feb to 27th Feb, yeah, till like 9 p.m. in general, sometimes 7 p.m. also. So just have this schedule. And Shweta ma'am will teach you English from 8th Feb to 27th Feb. Yeah, 8 p.m. Like I'm changing the slide because I'm not sure about each and every teacher schedule, like 27 Feb or maybe more than that. But I think in the entire Feb, your syllabus of all the important subjects will be over, like maths, SST, English, biology, physics, and chemistry. So I think you all are with all of us and you will do good, trust me. Okay, and don't forget to like the video, share it among your friends, and definitely subscribe if you're new, because this 19th English channel is almost very much dedicated to all the ICSE 10th class students. So do follow it properly. All right, students, shall we move ahead? But I thought of sharing some of the positivity with our positive quote of the day, and that is, action is the foundational key to all success. So I really want to say, students, don't be just a thinker, be a doer. Just believe in doing, because if you'll do, if you'll have and take proper actions for the same, then only you will get everything. That's obviously the success I'm talking about here. That can be even a very tiny goal to a biggest goal. You have to take n number of steps to get through it, and that's what I'm talking about, that action is very much important. If you'll just think in your mind, that won't work. Okay, so just get up, take proper actions, and success will be yours. Yes, do let me know whether you like it, whether you'll do it. And let's start with question number 1. That's for 1 mark. So you know that for what kind of a question, what exactly you have to write, not like over explanation is needed. If 1 mark question, you'll have to write some important points only. So what do you understand by the strength of acid? On which factors does the strength of an acid depend? From this portion, basically, generally, 2 or 3 marks question came. So we'll do more of 2 and 3 marks question today. Okay. What do you understand by strength of acid? How do we judge the strength of acid? That totally depends upon how my acid is going to dissociate into water. So it's totally depend upon its dissociation. It's in better term, I must say ionization, because most of the acids are generally in the covalent form having some polarity of charge, and when you put them into water, they'll ionize. Okay, so what do you understand by strength of acid? That when we put an acid into water, how much it's ionizing and how much hydronium ions will be free. More and more hydronium ion, more and more strength of the acid will be, and stronger the acid will be. Yeah, and on which factor the strength of an acid depends, that totally depends upon very obvious degree of ionization, degree of dissociation, how much it's dissociating and making H ions or my hydronium ions free. And apart from that, on which factor the strength of an acid depend? Tell me. I told you already the number of hydronium ion that is going to be produced. So what could be the strength of acid? The extent to which my acid will ionize or dissociate in water, and that totally depends upon its degree of dissociation or ionization, how much it's ionizing and making the H ions, my hydronium ions free, and definitely the total H ions hydronium ion I'm going to get. So the concentration of hydronium ion I'm going to receive. Yeah, and as I told you, more and more hydronium ion, stronger the acid will be. Yeah, so you understood this part. That's very easy, and that's how HCl is a stronger acid as compared to my acetic acid, because of the concentration of hydronium ion that's varying when we try to dissociate the both. Okay, yes. Let's do question number 2. I hope you're doing it with me, like you're having a notebook and pen. It's more of like revision kind of a session. You know the chapter I have taught you under VIP series with various types of important problems. Apart from that, we did one shot video, we did Umang videos as well. So this is more of like questions which will help you in your revision, and most important questions. So distinguish between a common acid base indicator and a universal indicator. Again, 2 marks. That means 1 mark you will get if you will get this answer correct, and 1 mark for this one. Yeah. A common acid base indicator is something that could be my olfactory indicator, or a kind of indicator that is just telling about the given substance, whether it's an acid or a base. That's it. Not going to talk about its strength exactly. So my common acid base indicator could be my litmus paper also, and that can only tell us about whether the given substance is acid or base. Either it will be acid or base depending upon the color change. If red to blue, then that's base. If blue to red, that's acid. And when I talk about universal indicator, what basically is universal indicator? Universal indicator is a mixture of so many dyes, and they impart its color depending upon the strength of hydronium ion present into the solution. Okay, and they give variety of colors, more of like a vibgyor, a rainbow. Okay, so when I write Vibgyor from left to right side, just forget indigo. Like we don't like indigo much. Violet, blue, and green, yellow, orange, red. These are the variety of color they'll show depending upon the strength of hydronium ion. When H ions and OH ions will be equal, because acid or base or whatever, it will dissociate in water to give H and OH ions. When that will be equal, that's my neutral solution. That will give green color. More than that, like if OH ions are more and H ions will be less, then I'll get my blue violet color. And more and more H ions, basically pH will be less, because it's inversely proportional to my pH. You can simply say hydronium ion or H ions. Okay, so more and more hydronium ion, less will be pH. So that will give yellowish color, orangish color, red color, because here almost the pH is 0 to 1. Yeah, so here that will be red color, and pH is directly proportional to OH ion concentration. More and more OH, more will be pH. More than 7 base, less than 7, that will be acid. So that can also detect depending upon the color change whether the given substance is strong, weak acid or strong or weak base. Okay. Now when I talk about the next part, the acidity of bases and basicity of acids, these are the terms that generally confuses you guys. I totally know that, but I try to fix that. Acidity of bases, bases shows acidity and acids show basicity, because for bases the number of ionizable OH ions are the one that's defining its acidity, that can react with the respective acid. And when I talk about basicity of acid, the number of hydronium ion or the number of ionizable H ion per molecule, that's what defining its basicity. Okay, I'll help with the help of an example. If I talk about my HCl, there's one ionizable hydrogen per molecule of HCl. So its basicity is 1 because one ionizable hydrogen ion or hydronium ion can combine with any of the base. When I talk about acidity of bases, suppose I'm taking the example of NaOH, I am having only one OH, one ionizable OH ion. So its acidity is 1. That one OH ion, it's monoacidic. One OH ion is there to combine with any of the acid. So that's only based on the number of H ions and OH ions that are going to be released. So it's easy peasy, not at all difficult, right? Do let me know. Let's move to question number 3, and that will come for 2 marks. Let's see how we can do it in 2 minutes. Not going to spend 3 to 5 minutes, because in your exam, it's not only that matters that you're giving the right answer. You should have a time management also, because ultimately, if you weren't able to manage your time at the last, you can skip some of the questions. Some of the question you're not able to attempt, or in that situation that whether this you have to attempt or that you have to attempt, and your mind will be in that chaotic situation. So you have to be better organized and have to take care about the timing also. Okay. Now the question is, what do you understand by pH value? Two solution X and Y have pH value of 4 and 10 respectively. Which one of these will give a pink color with phenolphthalein indicator? For the first place, let me just tell you about pH. pH is nothing but power of, P comes from a word potence, and H is for your hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. So this define the power of hydrogen, aqueous hydrogen ions, which is basically my hydronium ions. And my Sorensen in 1909 gave the scale called as pH scale and told us that my pH is nothing but minus logarithm base 10 and concentration of H ion. So that whatever will be my concentration of H ion, that's a kind of a value that's very small. And for very small or very bigger value, it's very difficult to do all the calculation. So scientists use log for the same logarithm that convert a very big or very small value to a whole number or a simple number that we can have our calculation easily. Log to the base 10 means we are taking that log in which we are having our hydrogen or hydronium ion value with the base 10, like 10 to the power minus 1, 10 to the power minus 2, and so on. The base is 10 here. Okay. And why minus sign? Because when we solve this log with hydrogen ion concentration, that will give a minus value, and minus minus must be positive just to have a positive scale of pH. That's it. And the value will be from 0 to 14. Okay, that's what my pH scale. And 7 determines what here hydrogen and OH ion concentration will be equal, because even if we take an acid, that will also contain few amount of OH ion because of the water. Suppose I'm taking HCl and we put it into water. What will happen? Water will go and attack over the HCl, give hydronium ion and chloride ion aqueous, but water will also dissociate into ions to give basically what? Two kind of ions, H positive and OH negative. All right. And when I am talking about the ionization of OH ions and H ions because of H2O, see here, because of water, I'm having OH ions. So there will be few OH ions even in an acidic solution. Please do remember that. Okay. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Now we have two kind of a solution, X and Y. You'll be like, ma'am is explaining each and everything, and I'm doing this job just because of you guys, because I want each and every concept in your mind super duper crystal sprite clear, whatever you call it. And every question should be like a very easy question. We do call it like a pastry question, like something we love. We love doing it. I do love bakery products like pastry and maybe pancakes. So yeah, okay, that's my guilty pleasure. Let's do its first part. Second part, we have two solution, X and Y. And in that X and Y solution, their pH value is given 4 and 10. And I told in the previous question already, pH is inversely proportional to H ion concentration and directly proportional to OH ion concentration. Means more and more pH means OH ion concentration is increasing, means it's going to be basic solution. This is my basic solution. X is my acidic solution. Now, basic solution. Now, basic solutions are the one that gives pink color in phenolphthalein indicator. I told generally a trick, NCP. like when we talk about the middle thing, that's the natural color, neutral solution, colorless. Left side, because left side we write acid, no color change. Right side pink, because we write base. So it shows pink color in base. NCP, no color change, which is actually colorless in nature, to pink color in basic solution. Okay, that will work. Easy peasy. Yes. Okay, let's do question number 4. And how does tooth enamel get damaged? What should be done to prevent it? That's a 2 marks question. And trust me, this question is more of like application of pH life that we see in our day-to-day life. How does tooth enamel get damaged? You know that whenever we chew food, especially talking about the sugary food, there are some enzyme in our mouth to degrade the food that releases acid. Okay, though we have our saliva that tries to increase the pH of our mouth, but too much of sugary and this kind of or too much of spicy food will let the bacteria to release more and more acid. And if the pH of our mouth goes below 5.5, then what will happen? The enamel, which is the hardest part of the body, also starts getting degraded. And when that gets degraded, you know what will happen. So that's not a good thing. So what I'll suggest, you know that, like a common advice, your mom must be giving you that do brush daily and that to 2 times. Okay, especially in the night, that's most important because in the night when you sleep, you're not even drinking water so that the concentration of the acid that's produced can be diluted. Okay, so please, that's quite important to do brush in the night because that's having basic substances into it to neutralize the access of acid. Yeah, okay, got it. And students, before moving ahead, for all the new students, they must not know enough about this platform. Let me tell you in short, I'll just take few minutes that how Vedantu platform is trying their level best with all the teachers to give you so much values and so much addition in your studies so that you can do good and that can enhance your personality too, and you can gain so much of knowledge here because all the teachers are, you know, that very well experienced and very well qualified. So, students at this platform, Vedantu, if you visit the link given in the description box as well as pinned by Vedantu 19 channel, the very first message, when you click on it, you will be able to get the subscription of our pro classes and what it's going to promise you unlimited live sessions. Not one, not two, depending upon your position right now, that what you want to learn, how much you want to learn. You can take plenty of classes with fun and high level quizzes. Like we'll start with this, and this so that you can have a plenty of questions with revision with every topic discussion so that we'll get the data. Okay, this much students got it, this much students are having still having problems, so we can revise it properly and you will be able to learn with students throughout the world and you learn so many great things with each other also. And the best part is replays. It's like suppose you missed a session or like, okay, let me revise the topic again. When you see the replay, in the replay mode also, you will be able to participate in the quizzes. Isn't it like a great thing? Yeah. So it won't be like a board thing. You will participate. Your name will come to leaderboard. Your knowledge will be more. You will get a feeling of being active in the session, not like yeah, I need to do that. Okay, students, and you will be able to download the content. I'll let you know also how you can get the notes of each and every session with the teacher's feedback, like what is important, where you should put more efforts and all, what are the topic that definitely come into exam and all. And as I said, not even master teachers. There's a team of class teachers that will always sit with the students in the class to solve each and every doubts. You'll be divided maybe into different sections depending upon the class strength. Every section there'll be a class teacher, obviously expert of the subject, and each and every doubt of yours can get solved. So still you have plenty of time to revise everything, to clear your doubts of each and every particular chapter to do well. The best part is there are so many crash courses, like quick revision courses that are going on. So some super revision series are going on, and with your known master teachers, and plenty of chapter based courses you can enroll. The best part is here less is more because in a very less price you're getting everything whatever I told you. And the very best part is there's a special discount that's going on, and the discount name is because we all teachers thought of the same, that we are with you till the end. And from this 11th to 14th, you will get a special 50% discount. All the teachers will be there, and 50% discount. How come the price will be even lesser than the school fees that you're paying? And each and everything will be sorted here. So we do believe in you guys, and we will be there with you till the end. So just come and revise everything, and we can do great together. Okay, because when you do good, that's ultimately our success also, that our students are doing great. So, students, as I told you, there is a link in the description box. You have to click and have to apply AGE Pro to get that 50% discount. And how that can be done, let me tell you. I can help you for the same. Okay? Yeah. Suppose this is one of my session. Yeah, I'll try to help you. Suppose this is one of my session which has to be premiered today only. Yeah. And see, subscribe to Vedantu Pro. You have to click on this link and select 10th class. Select the target ICSE 2021 to give exam, because right now you can take 1 month subscription course, because till March everything will be sorted and you can take plenty of courses, revision courses along with it. Only you have to do is to select that and proceed to pay. And here 2699, but see the magic, AGE Pro, and apply 1349, 1350 rupees, and you can take plenty of classes with all the benefits, like as low as 5 rupees maybe per session. So isn't it amazing thing? And your leaderboard, I mean your dashboard of each and every session will look like what? That'll be amazing. Like this, you will have plenty of classes, you will get the details of each and every classes, like upcoming classes. When you click on this, you can have your past classes, where you can see the replay, where you can get the notes of each and every session. Also my courses, here you can see the courses that is starting, that is about to start, and you can enroll for the same. Okay, students, so please don't forget this code, that is AGE Pro, because that will definitely give you 50% discount, as I said, which will like give you a session in as low as almost 3 to 4 rupees. Okay, so avail this opportunity, and we are going to move ahead with the very next question. The next question that we have is question number 5, and the question will come for 3 marks. And yes, we have to explain 4 parts. Sadly, no, it's a good thing. This question will clear so many concepts. Carbonic acid give an acid salt, acidic salt, but hydrochloric acid does not. Okay, that's a good question. Do remember that when we talk about my acid like dibasic, tribasic in nature, they have more than one H ions. And when your metal ion or ammonium ion, whichsoever is coming and doing partial ionization of that acid, and only few H ions are replaceable, suppose one only, then it's still having H radical inside it, H ion inside it in the salt formation, and can give you acidic salt. So that can only happen when we take an acid that's maybe dibasic, tribasic or something, and partial ionization of acid is going to occur. That can happen in carbonic acid. Suppose I'm having whatsoever base, suppose NaOH I'm having, and a fixed quantity of this. So here there is partial ionization of my acid by the metal ion. Only one H ion will be replaced. We'll get NaHCO3 along with HOH water. So in that case, when partial ionization of these acids are occurring, that can show a salt that can have acidic property. Okay. When I talk about HCl, the acid that is monobasic in nature, means only one H ion. So whenever it will react with the base, what will happen? It will be totally ionizable. The H ion will be totally ionizable, and the salt we are going to get in general is a normal salt, because your substance won't be having H ions or acidic behavior inside it. Okay, so that's what the reason is. Let's move to the second part, B part. Dilute HCl acid is stronger than highly concentrated acetic acid. Let me try to explain this part. So students, when I compare HCl and my acetic acid, what exactly is happening? Even if you are taking this in the diluted and this in the concentrated form, that depends upon the degree of my ionization, that how much strong your given acid or base is. HCl in water shows almost complete dissociation and makes almost all the hydronium ions free. And when I talk about weak acid, though it's in the concentrated form, when we put them into water, it won't show almost complete ionization. Very much less ionization is going to occur, partial ionization, and comparatively less amount of hydronium ion will be there, which is in the free form. So though it's in diluted, though it's in the concentrated form, they are not related to the strength of the acid, whether that will be strong or weak. Eventually talking about the hydronium ion that is going to be formed. Then also this hydronium ion will be more. Okay, this time. Yeah. This hydrogen ion concentration will be more. So that was the B part. Now I hope it's easy also. See, H3PO3 is not a tribasic acid. Okay, that's also a good question. I'll try to erase some of the part and we'll try to explain. Okay, I can do it here also. When I try to draw the structure of H3PO3 students, let me tell you how to draw the structure. This is oxyacid of phosphorus. Why this is oxyacid of phosphorus? These are the acids of a particular non-metal, obviously having hydrogen with oxygen. And at that time, your non-metal shows the maximum valency, maximum bond formation, which is possible for it. So for phosphorus, that's 5. And how the bond formation is going to occur? One bond is definitely with oxygen, a double bond. Do remember, phosphorus will always make 5 bond. So 3 possibility. And whatever is the hydrogen, first they'll try to combine with my oxygen. So H3PO3. One oxygen is already consumed. I'm left with 2 oxygen and 1, 2, 3. 3 hydrogen. So 1 OH, 2 OH possibility. So 1 OH, 2 OH possibility. 1 hydrogen has to be alone. Why? Because all the oxygen is consumed. Why O with hydrogen? Because this bond is something that can break easily and make the H ions free, not this one. This is not the ionizable hydrogen. So when I talk about its basicity, this acid is showing a basicity that's 2. That's dibasic because here there are 2 H ions that is free and ionizable. So I'll mark it also with some different colors so that you can totally able to differentiate and will never get confused, this one and this one. This is not tribasic but dibasic. Got it? H3PO4, my phosphoric acid is this is phosphorus acid. Phosphoric acid is tribasic. Okay. Now, D part. Nitrogen dioxide is a double acid anhydride. Okay, that's a good question. D part is saying nitrogen dioxide, which is my NO2, that's a double acid anhydride. This is an anhydride with the help of which maybe 2 acids can be formed. So if I put water and doing hydration of the same, that means I can get 2 acid. Let me try to write this. I'm putting water, 2 molecule of the same with water, and basically what it's going to give you, HNO2, 1 nitrogen, HNO2, nitrous acid, another nitrogen, NHNO3, nitric acid. You see this reaction, that's in the complete balance form also. So I'm getting nitrous acid, nitric acid, 2 acid, so double acid anhydride is my NO2. Got it? Easy, easy peasy. All the explanation is here. You will be able to download the file also. Link will be in the description box. And all the solution is already attached if in case you won't get whatever ma'am wrote. It's just the explanation part. Okay, let's move to the 6th question for 3 marks. Let's try to do in the 3 minutes because that's very easy in our sprint time, because sprint means we'll do that as fast as possible by giving you the right concept and saving time that what to write and all. A solution has a pH of 7. Explain how would you increase its pH. Remember the pH chart which we already discussed. 714. pH, that means 7, that means neutral solution. To increase its pH on this side, if you remember, directly proportional to OH ion, inversely proportional to H ion. So if we are increasing the pH, means OH ions will increase. That means my basicity will increase. A solution has a pH 7. How would you increase its pH? Means we have to put the base into the same. Or I must say basic solution, like NaOH solution. Decrease its pH, I want to go on this side. Decrease in pH means H ion concentration must be more, and that will be acidic. So I have to add some acidic solution into that water if we are taking neutral solution as water. So acidic by putting HCl, maybe hydrochloric acid. Okay. So this A part is done and added. When I talk about the B part, that is telling if a solution change the color of litmus from red to blue. What can you say about its pH? Red to blue, definitely. Red litmus will changes to blue litmus. That means the solution is pretty basic. And what can you say about its pH? Basic means more than 7. pH will be more than 7. C part. What can you say about the pH of a solution that liberates carbon dioxide from sodium carbonate? That's an interesting question, indirect question, but very easy. They're telling we have sodium carbonate. What's that solution I'm going to add that after adding, I'm getting my CO2 gas out of the same. And I always told you carbonate will give CO2 gas whenever your carbonate or bicarbonate react with acid, right? Suppose I have taken HCl, I got my salt NaCl, I'll get my water along my CO2 gas. So that's only possible due to acidic solution. So what can you say about the pH of solution that liberates CO2 from sodium carbonate? That's a acidic solution, means the one that's having a pH less than 7. Awesome! Now it is easy, right? Indirect question. You might be confused, but now you can do it in the sprint time. Okay, let's move. Question number 7. Easy question, but whenever you're writing the concept, you should not miss out with certain words. Otherwise, the teacher should have a correct expression or correct this mindset that, yeah, you know it properly. So, define the following and give 2 examples of a normal salt, acidic salt or mixed salt. Normal salt is the one in which all of the H ions are totally ionizable and totally replaced by your metal ion or my ammonium ion as far as we talk about your book. Okay? All of the H ions will be totally ionizable with the help of your metal ion or replaced by your metal ion or ammonium ion. So the resultant salt will be the one that will be normal salt. Normal salt in general is having a pH 7. I'll tell you one more explanation. Normal salts are neutral salt also, which we get from a mixture of strong acid and strong base. Whenever they react, strong acid H ion, strong base OH ion will be the same amount and they'll give you a salt with H ion OH ion equals a neutral one. That's a normal salt like NaCl. So when I talk about NaCl, I can give you example like sodium sulfate, no H ion must be there. Sodium chloride, etc., etc. Let's talk about acidic salt. Like I'll talk about all the possible explanation. Acidic salt will be the one in which all of the H ions will not be replaceable by your metal ion or ammonium ion. Okay, I'll take limited amount of the same. So only one H positive is replaceable here because of the amount of the other substance that I have taken. So I got NaHSO4, right? Along with my water. So this is an example of my acidic salt. Even your ammonium chloride, if you take ammonium chloride, that's also my acidic salt. Like regarding the same way like we did this time. Mixed salt is something interesting that's also called as double salt. That's something that's formed because of more than 2 acid or base radicals. So you can say a potassium is one of the mixed salt. I can give you some more example. Let's just see that sodium potassium carbonate, which is made up of more than 2 acid or more than 2 bases. Okay. So here also you can say that maybe sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate, mixture of the same. So as your potassium, I hope you know the formula of potassium. Do let me know in the comment section. Even your calcium oxychloride, your bleaching powder is also a mixed salt. That's interesting. All right. Now we'll move to next question. I hope this part is clear and 3 minutes, not more than that. You should take care about the timing also because you have to manage your paper. Otherwise, even if you know that you know each and every question properly and you want to write it properly, but don't take that much of time that in the last, suppose you're having 10 minutes and so many questions, then you're like you're doing all of these things and like what is happening, your mind will be in that chaotic situation. So plan it properly that what question, how much minute you can give to that question. Okay. Question number 8. What do you understand by water of crystallization? This question is there in CBSE also, acid basis salt. Water of crystallization is those water molecule that will become a part of my structure of a molecule and give color as well as a crystalline appearance to my compound. Okay, I'll give example, then you will be able to understand better. I'm writing the structure of my washing soda. And we see that one molecule of my sodium carbonate, without water, this is just a soda ash, a dull appearance at all. With 10 molecule of water, 10 molecule of water, whenever we put sodium carbonate in water, its crystallization will occur and you will get the crystal of washing soda because 10 molecule of water will make a part of the structure of one molecule of sodium carbonate, developing a crystalline structure, sometimes color too. So one, we have to give 4 copper sulfate with 5 molecule of water. That's also called as blue vitriol. Blue means blue color. Vitriol comes from something that called as glassy appearance, crystal type appearance. Iron sulfate with 7 molecule of water, heptahydrate. My green vitriol, green color. Epsom salt, no color by the way. Magnesium sulfate with 7 molecule of water. Epsom salt. You can also write some of the double salt like your one. Just let me know in the comment section. Potassium, I asked you already. Okay, we'll wait for your response. Let's move ahead. Question number 9, regarding to the salt part only. Name the salt which on hydrolysis forms acidic, second basic, neutral solution. Give a balance equation. Very easy. How come? Acidic salt. Okay. How to judge the salt is acidic? When you put in water, you'll get an acid and base, and the acid part must be strong enough so that H ions will be more as compared to OH ion from the base. So I can tell you my ammonium chloride is acidic salt because when you put it into water, you can write water in this way and you can show the ionization salt in water. You are writing the reaction, the hydrolysis of salt that will help us to decide the nature of the salt. You will get NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, and HCl. That's a weak base, so amount of OH ion will be very less. Strong acid, so amount of H ion will be very high. So here, hydronium ion concentration is more than OH ion. So that is the salt that will be acidic in nature because while putting it into water, when we check the pH, that will be less than 7. Awesome. Let's talk about the B part, basic solution. Basic salt. On hydrolysis, this must give basic solution. That means pH more than 7. I'm taking one more example. That's my sodium carbonate. That's my basic salt because if you put it into water, again, take 2 molecules because we have 2 Na and exchange of ions, 2 Na, 2 positive, 2 H, 2 positive, 2 OH, 2 negative. Okay, I'm writing about the overall charge. Though whenever you have to mention, you write the charge of single substance only. Exchange of ions, 2 NaOH along with H2CO3, carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, weak acid. NaOH, strong base. So amount of OH ion in the solution, when you take sodium carbonate and put in water, the amount of OH ion is more than the amount of hydronium ion. So the solution's pH will be greater than 7 and that will be like a basic solution that we're going to get on the hydrolysis. Easy peasy. Let's see the C part, neutral solution. This is a very famous and very easy one. Sodium chloride, your table salt. If you put it in water, H positive, OH negative, you can simply write H2O also. It just I'm writing to explain it in a better way. NaOH along with HCl. Strong base, strong acid. And I've taken equimolar concentration, same amount of concentration. Okay, same number of moles concentration. So the amount of hydronium ion is equal to amount of OH ion. So pH of this solution is same, that's 7, and you'll get a neutral solution. So salt in water will give you a neutral solution. Got it? So what kind of a question is this? Pastry question, because that's easy and that's good to see, good to have. Let's move. And my some of the example can differ from your example. It's always okay to write some other examples also. Like there are some more example and list of example in the solution part 2. So try to download the file, okay? Question number 10. State the change noticed when blue litmus are introduced in the following solution. I have taken a solution of sodium carbonate. Solution means there's water into the same. And the nature of the solution that we're going to get. And we try to dip blue litmus to check the nature of it. So students, when I take sodium carbonate, put in water, we know that that's a basic solution. You can say that you will take 2 molecules of my water and Na2CO3. So we have 2 Na positive and CO3 2 negative. I'm getting carbonic acid and NaOH solution, means more of basic solution. So pH here is more than 7. If pH is more than 7, that's a basic solution. And basic solution, your blue litmus will be blue only. So blue will remain blue because of basic nature of solution. When I talk about its second part, that is sodium chloride solution, when you put it in water, we did talk about that, HCl and NaOH, equimolar, pH is 7, neutral solution. In neutral solution also your blue litmus will be blue because in neutral solution it won't change its color. Okay. C part, ammonium nitrate. Let's try to do that. Ammonium nitrate in water. Try OH with this part, H with this part. Ammonium hydroxide with nitric acid. Strong acid and weak base. Acidic salt, the nature of the solution after hydrolysis is acidic. So in C part, you can definitely write that in C part, what will happen? You are getting an acidic solution which can turn blue litmus to red. So blue to red in this part. Okay. D part is something that's a bit weird, but good to know and it's important to know because so many students are confused in the same. If I would be at your place, I might be confused as well. So we generally see magnesium chloride when we do the hydrolysis, we must get magnesium hydroxide aqueous solution and 2HCl. So it's like this is comparatively weak alkali and this is like a strong base. So this will be basic solution and should turn your blue litmus to red. But the reason is magnesium chloride, whenever we try to put in water, it won't show its hydrolysis to a good extent. And these kind of acids and base are not going to form. More of like a precipitate form, not going to dissolve in the water for the first place. No dissolution means generally when we check because of not giving these kind of ions, it will not change the color of litmus paper, almost neutral solution. So this will something that you can say that more of like a neutral solution you're going to achieve after this. Clear students, that was important. Very good question. So please remember that there's too much of explanation where at most of the place it's written acidic, but that's different and you should know that. Okay, same happened with magnesium sulfate also. Okay, so you're able to understand each and every part. You know that this session is according to the reduced syllabus only, and we did questions which can come to your exam from the reduced syllabus. Please take that into your mind that this session will definitely help you this year totally, completely, and all the topics of studies of acids, bases, salts is completed in 2 sessions. This is session number 2, means session number 1 is already uploaded. I hope you have seen that. There's a homework question because that's important. And the question is an aqueous solution of the salt ammonium chloride is acidic in nature, while an aqueous solution of sodium chloride is neutral. Easy peasy question. Explain. Oh, why? Why this is happening? I'll wait for your answer. Yeah, students, because homework is must so that I'll get to know that how much you are participating with our efforts and it's going in the right direction. So students, study of acid bases salts, done. I hope studies of acid bases salt part 1 you have seen. That was premiered on 12th Feb. Next session, 15th Feb, analytical chemistry. And please do not miss it. Please take Sprintex as your priority. And you know that there is a special discount called as We Are With You Till the End. We do believe that your preparation should be up to the par and that should be available for you in as low as like 3-4 rupees. With 50% discount, you can save up to 1500 and 1 month courses just for 1349. And you should not miss it. All the master teachers, the amazing one, experienced one will definitely teach you. So do remember, link in the description box. Would love to see you in my classes. And the code is AG, ma'am's code AGE Pro. And you know everything. This is as low as a packet of chips, and I feel hungry because it's too late. Okay. Yes, students. So thank you so much for staying till the end. Do not forget to like the video. Please share it among your friends because important. And subscribe if you're new because ICSE 10th, this is our priority to have you guys in each and every session and take like your syllabus, your you guys should do good. That's what our priority right now. So thank you so much. We'll meet in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Hasta la vista.